20 years ago, they sold their brother into slavery. Now they're bowing before him, and they have no idea. Genesis 42 is a psychological thriller where famine forces a reunion, guilt resurfaces, and one brother is taken hostage. This is the beginning of the reckoning. Let's walk through it.
The famine is devastating. It's not just Egypt, it's spreading across the entire region. Jacob's family is running out of food. The choice is brutal and simple. Go to Egypt or starve. Jacob gives the order. No poetry, no hesitation, just raw survival. The clock is ticking, and there's one place with grain, Egypt. But going there will set off a chain reaction no one sees coming.
10 brothers prepare to go, but one stays behind. Benjamin, the youngest, Rachel's only remaining son. Jacob refuses to send him. He's terrified of losing him like he lost Joseph. Benjamin stays home. But this one missing brother, he's the key that will unlock or destroy everything. The brothers don't know it yet, but this absence will become the center of the entire test.
The brothers arrive in Egypt and bow down before the governor, the man in charge of all the grain. But here's the twist. The governor is Joseph, the brother they sold into slavery 20 years ago. You have to think about what's happening in this room. Two completely different realities are crashing into each other. They see a hostile stranger. He sees the men who betrayed him, and he holds their lives in his hands.
Joseph speaks harshly. "Where do you come from?" They answer nervously. "From Canaan to buy food." Then Joseph drops a bomb. "You are spies." They're blindsided. They came to save their starving children and are suddenly accused of a crime that carries the death penalty. But this isn't random. This is a carefully constructed test. Joseph is watching. Have they changed? Or are they still the selfish, self-serving men who threw him in a pit?
Joseph gives them an ultimatum. Prove you're not spies. Bring your youngest brother here. They panic. The pressure cracks them wide open. Speaking in Hebrew, thinking the Egyptian governor can't understand, they confess. "We are being punished because of what we did to Joseph. We saw his anguish when he pleaded with us, but we wouldn't listen." Reuben twists the knife. "Didn't I tell you not to harm the boy? Now we must give an accounting for his blood." It's a raw, unfiltered confession of guilt after 2 decades. And Joseph, he understands every word. It hits him so hard, he has to turn away to weep.
The test has to feel real, so Joseph takes Simeon, binds him right in front of them, and throws him in prison. The theoretical threat just became painful reality. They have to leave one brother behind. The stakes are no longer abstract, they're personal and terrifying. They load their grain and head home, but the nightmare isn't over.
On the way home, they stop to feed their donkeys. One brother opens his sack and freezes. The money he paid for the grain is sitting right on top. They don't see this as a lucky break. They see it as another piece of a divine trap. Their hearts sink. What is this that God has done to us? Fear floods in. They feel framed, cursed, and they haven't even opened the other sacks yet.
They arrive home and tell Jacob the nightmare, the harsh governor, the spy accusation, the hostage, the demand for Benjamin. Then they empty all the sacks. Everyone's money is returned. The fear multiplies. And Jacob, he breaks. "You have deprived me of my children. Joseph is gone, Simeon is gone, and now you want to take Benjamin? Everything is against me." This is the raw, heartbroken cry of a father who feels like he's being stripped of his children one by one. They're stuck. They need grain to survive. But the cost? The destruction of their family. We've walked through famine, confrontation, confession, and a father's despair. Before you go, sit with these questions. First, the brothers' guilt surfaced the moment pressure hit. What buried guilt in your life is waiting to resurface when the pressure comes, and are you ready to face it? Second, Jacob said, "Everything is against me," but God was actually orchestrating redemption. When have you felt like everything was falling apart, only to realize later that God was setting something up? 2 questions. Breathe. Let them settle.